Good evening, I'm Keisha Butts with a CTV News update. A Prince George's County man is shot and killed by D.C. police. The incident occurred yesterday morning near Florida and New York Avenues in Northeast. Police say 27-year-old Antoine Gilmore was unresponsive but armed when they approached him. The Capitol Heights man was shot as he drove away. Noting that the case is under investigation, officials released police body camera video this morning.
So we don't have a statement from the shooting officer, and that is in part because this matter could very well be a criminal prosecution. And if it is a criminal prosecution like anyone else, we do not compel people to make statements at that point. If for whatever reason this case does not go to a criminal prosecution, is referred for administrative handling, then a statement can be compelled. But at this point, at this stage of the investigation, we would not normally have a statement from the involved officer.
D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser says she spoke to Gilmore's family and offered her condolences. In other news, as Prince George's County Police continue to search for the killer of an 8-year-old boy on Tuesday night, Crime Solvers is offering a $25,000 reward for information leading to an arrest and indictment of a suspect. Investigators say Peyton Evans was playing a video game with his cousin when a man in a white sedan pulled up, got out of the car, and sprayed the building with bullets. Evans was cut down. The gunman got away. It happened at an apartment complex in the 1600 block of Bright Seat Road in Landover. At a press conference yesterday, Police Chief Malik Aziz says they will leave no stone unturned in the hunt for the killer. He then said this:
turn yourself in. Be a man. Be a respectable human being. If you ever were not one before, now is the time for you to turn yourself in. Turn yourself in. Come forward. Save the family any further pain.
Aziz says the little boy who had NFL ambitions was not the intended target. Anyone with information on the case is asked to call Crime Solvers at 1-866-411-TIPS. International news. Explosions rock Afghanistan this morning, killing several U.S. Marines and wounding other military members in an attack believed to have been orchestrated by an affiliate of the Islamic State. At least 13 people were slaughtered, more than a dozen others injured when 2 suicide bombers and gunmen targeted crowds of people trying to leave the country. One explosion erupted in a crowd of people near the Kabul airport entrance. The other was a short distance away from a hotel. Officials say warnings had emerged overnight about a possible attack by the Islamic State. The attacks come as evacuation flights continue. President Biden has been briefed on the incidents. A Marylander has contracted the West Nile virus. It's the first human case in the state this year. Health officials say the person is an adult living in the Baltimore area. While most people don't develop symptoms, West Nile can cause fevers, headaches, and body aches. Health experts say one way to protect yourself from the virus is to watch out for standing water near your home.
Look at your neighborhood, look at your house. Basically turn over any standing water. If there's a plastic wading pool, if there are toys, if there's anything, tires tend to be one of the big culprits, but really look at it as a collective thing, not just your house, but the neighborhood in general, to remove any standing water. And one of the easy kind of ways to remember it is tip and toss. If you're going to go out once a week, tip, toss, basically drain any of that standing water to remove those potential breeding sites.
Health experts also recommend staying indoors at dawn. Police arrest a person for allegedly setting a house on fire in Largo. The fire broke out at a home in the 800 block of Falcon Drive just before 8 a.m. yesterday. Crews found a gazebo engulfed in flames with the fire extending to the rest of the home. Thankfully, no one was hurt. A suspect has been charged with arson, malicious burning, and reckless endangerment. The fire caused an estimated $150,000 in damage. You're watching CTV News. I'm Keisha Butts. We'll be back in a moment.
Is your financial stability threatened by the economic impact of the coronavirus? Are you facing a layoff or a loss of hours resulting in less pay? NFCC nonprofit financial counselors are available to help you stay on your feet with a practical budget that can get you through these uncertain times. Call the toll-free number on your screen or visit nfcc.org/stopdebt to learn more. That's nfcc.org/stopdebt.
Welcome back. Prince George's County Public Schools accepts 12,000 kids into its virtual learning program. It's a temporary initiative for youngsters in kindergarten to 6th grade. The program is an option for parents awaiting the approval of the COVID-19 vaccine for kids under 12 years old. PGCPS says it will be different from hybrid learning.
We will have dedicated teachers that will be teaching virtual only so that they're not splitting their time between the in-person and virtual students. And depending on the numbers that we see, a student will have a seat in virtual learning in their school or possibly across a different school, but they will have dedicated teachers.
For more information, visit pgcps.org. The county executive's office sends out a notice to all Prince George's employees who attended the Mako event on the Eastern Shore this past weekend. The memo encourages those employees to follow CDC guidelines on testing after possible exposure to COVID-19. Public Information Officer Anthony McAuliffe says at this time there are no notifications that a county employee has tested positive. The statement comes after several senior staffers in the Hogan administration tested positive for the virus, including one who fell ill. Here are the latest COVID-19 numbers for our area. The state health department has confirmed 1,244 new cases. Of those, 180 are in Prince George's. The county's positivity rate continues to inch downward. It's now at 5.98%. It was above 6% yesterday. 4 people have died of COVID statewide since yesterday. 720 remain hospitalized. With the county's official 2020 census count at nearly 1 million residents, officials say there could be a windfall of federal money coming in. The funds could help with major repairs for highways, schools, hospitals, and more.
The more that we have to do with to, help repair potholes, to help, make road improvements, as we're looking at Vision Zero, and trying to make some of those street improvements in different areas, that gives us more money and grant money from the federal government to do that, to continue to supplement what we're already putting in county budgets. Like National School Lunches is another one that comes and is funded by the federal government. When we have more kids counted and a higher population, we're able to receive more money and to make sure that kids are getting, free and reduced lunches and meals throughout the year. Another one is like Section 8 housing, the choice voucher program. We of course need more money from HUD for that. The Department of Housing and Urban Development. That's another one where, by having a higher population count, we could potentially see in the future more money coming to that to help us make sure that we can have affordable housing in the county.
McAuliffe says a census undercount in 2010 cost the county about $363 million in federal funding. A man is dead following a shooting in Landover last night. The victim is 28-year-old Julian Kirkland. Just after 8 p.m., officers were called to the 2600 block of Kent Village Drive. That's where they found Kirkland suffering from gunshot wounds. Police are asking anyone with information on this incident to call Crime Solvers at 1-866-411-TIPS. And still ahead on the news, a top Maryland educator says he's ready to retire. The story right after the break. Stay with us.
Regardless of where you are on your path to retirement, you can still take charge of your financial future today. Visit aceyourretirement.org and answer a few questions from Avo, your friendly digital retirement coach. For free tips, resources, and advice customized for your situation to help you feel confident and prepared for retirement. Retirement looks different for everyone. Make sure you're prepared for your financial future at aceyourretirement.org.
Thank you for staying with us. Many say he's an institution himself. Dr. Freeman Rabowski has been president of the University of Maryland, Baltimore County since 1992. The educator who built UMBC into a powerhouse says he plans to retire next June. An outspoken advocate for diversity and inclusion in higher education, Rabowski left his mark on many students, including UMBC grad and Prince George's School Board member Edward Burrows.
I would go to his office all the time, and oftentimes there would be a student in there leaving as I walked in and a student coming as I'm leaving. because he always met with students, always figured out how he could support and help students. And he was tough on us, make no bones about it. He was a no-nonsense, or he is a no-nonsense educator who held very high expectations. And if you fell short of those expectations, he didn't mince his words to let you know that as well. He was someone you didn't want to disappoint. You know, when you realize that someone of his stature is taking his time to look after you, to mentor you, you wanted to make him proud. And I don't know a more selfless, a more brilliant educator than Freeman Hrabowski.
UMBC produces the largest number of African-American PhDs in the STEM field, many of whom come from Prince George's County. As we reported earlier this week, the city of Hyattsville joins forces with the University of Maryland for a unique project on voting. The city and university will work together on the Vote 16 Research Network. The project will study the effects of lowering the voting age to 16 years old. Tacoma Park, Riverdale Park, Greenbelt, Mount Rainier, and Hyattsville now allow teens to vote in city elections.
It's kind of a no-brainer for the city to partner with University of Maryland, as well as it really links us to our other municipal governments who have these same policies about lowering the voting age. So I think it taps us into a larger network. We can all learn from each other, and then hopefully, we can benefit from each other in the study, but we can also share this information with a much wider audience. And I think working with the University of Maryland gives us access to that much wider audience.
For more information on the project, visit Hyattsville.org. With the first day of school just around the corner, a local nonprofit is sponsoring a book bag giveaway. The organization is called Revelations of All Resources, or ROAR. Founded by retired Prince George's police officer, ROAR has sponsored food giveaways, coat drives, and Christmas events. These are pictures of the volunteers getting the supplies ready this past weekend. It's called Book Bags for Future Grads. Last year, they gave away more than 200 bags. This year, the event will include much more.
We're adding a little twist to it. We're also having free COVID-19 vaccines. So we're trying to get the kids that are going back to school along with the parents to get vaccines, get vaccinated. So we're trying to make it easy for them. So you come pick up your book bags, you get your snacks, you go get your vaccine, and if you need a haircut to go back to school, you get a free haircut. So we're just trying to make things easy and put it all one-stop shopping.
The event runs this Saturday from noon until 2 o'clock at William W. Hall Academy, 5200 Marlboro Pike in Capitol Heights. For more information, email tlsmithoutreach@gmail.com. Let's get a quick check on our 3-day weather forecast. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 47. Friday, mostly cloudy with a chance of afternoon showers and a high near 93. Saturday, mostly sunny with a high near 93. Sunday, mostly sunny with a high near 91. And now for the community calendar. The American Red Cross is looking for donors. All types of blood donations are needed, but there is a large demand for type O. The city of Bowie will be hosting 2 drives August 31st and September 10th. Donors must be at least 17 years old, weigh at least 110 pounds, and be in good health. People who have received the vaccine can donate blood as long as they are symptom-free. Schedule your appointment through the Red Cross website or call 1-800-RED-CROSS. And that wraps up our CTV News Update. I'm Keisha Butts. Join us again tomorrow. Have a good night.